What up, everybody? Sorry to scare you. Sorry to scare you. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday night. Told you today was a special edition of Hablando al Chile, Fantasma edition. Anyway, I got some scary music. And if you guys got scared, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, October's going by quick. And I got a couple of things for y'all tonight. So let me see. We're going to try to get some callers today. We want to hear as many scary stories as possible. But anyway. So let's see. I'm trying to think what's been going down this week, guys. And there's... Anyway, I bought myself some transparent beer. Some Phantom beer. Check that out. You can see the cemetery behind. Pretty cool, huh? Anyway, let's throw a couple shout out to people. Jojo Malone, Mary Macias, Adam Wiggins. How you doing, Adam? Liz Cantu, Aisha Rios, Erica Ramirez, Pauline Pizañas. We have a couple supporters already on here. We have Jessica, Cindy Duran, Sylvia Escamilla, Rosie Reyes, Marta Martinez, Mary Macias, Helen Holty, Texas on the Go and Tasty Eats, Vanessa Caballero, Jessica Gonzalez, Lupe Chavez, Miss T, and Lucy Suarez. So everybody's tuning in. So anyway, guys, thank you for joining me tonight in this special edition of Hablando al Chile. Anyway, so what we have this week, well, guys, we'll talk first about the Chisme because we want to get to the scary stories. We want to get a couple of callers to call in and hear some scary stories, right? But anyway, so guys, obviously, if you haven't paid attention, what's been going down this week with Chisquis, everybody wants to know what Chisquis been up to. So guys, obviously, la Chisqueada got caught. La pescaron fumando piedra. What does piedra mean, guys? For our non-Spanish speaking audience, piedra means rock or crumbs. So anyway, so I'm just gonna put this out. Put this. Oh, by the way, I'm forgetting something important really quick. Alright, guys, also I put the pinned post to become an official supporter. If you guys want to become an official supporter, please click on the link that's there, or I don't know where it is. It's located somewhere. But anyway, please become an official supporter. Help us reach 200 supporters. We have a little bit over 105, something like that. Anyway, if you guys been under the rock this week, La Chisqueada was caught red-handed. Andaba fumando piedra. And I made this post titled "The Video of All Videos." La Chisqueada poniéndose bien prendida, guys. Bien prendida. I don't have my pipe on here. But anyway, y'all have to if you haven't watched the video, I'm gonna play it for y'all. I'm gonna play the video. So let's play the video, so we can go over the Chisme stuff because we wanna hear scary stories. So today I'm jumping into the Chisme quicker. So anyway, if you haven't watched the video, guys, watch the video. Anyway, let me fix the let me fix a little bit of the sizing here. Alright, there we go. Alright, so let me play the video. If you haven't watched it, guys, you have to watch it. But anyway, I'm going to play it for y'all. It's short, so we can run it We can run it here. Thank you to our supporters, guys. I really want to appreciate y'all. Your support buys me this ghost beer. Check that out. So you can see the cemetery in the background. Thank you, guys. All right, let's play the video.
Watch this. It's just the crumbs. Watch. It makes me shake. Shit's fucking good. This shit's fucking good. I promise. I wish you were here with me. No, for real. You can't see me because I'm sitting. This shit is making me shake. This doesn't always make me shake. You need to try this. Motherfucker.
Dang, se puso bien prendida, guys. Al chile gacho. Anyway, so that was part one, right? That was part one. That was part one of the video. And then it turns out there was another part. There was a part two. Part two is a lot shorter. And anyway, we'll play this video for y'all as well. This one's important. I'll kind of talk about it really quick. And by the way, guys, that was just the crumbs. Imagínate when she has the damn piece of loaf, el pinche pedazote de pan. I just can't imagine. But those were just crumbs, guys. That was just like little pieces of rocks that she was able to buy for like $10. You know, like she was able to buy enough crumbs via Cash App. That was the Cash App donations. But anyway, we'll have to play part two. Part two is important. I'll tell you why after. But let's play part two.
And I'm at home. I don't ever do this with anyone. It was only Cody. Because he introduced me to it. I would have gone my whole life not even trying it, not even doing it. Where are you?
Sorry, I was talking to myself. That was part 2, guys, of the video. It was a short clip. Anyway, and so the reason part 2 is important is because it's not the length of the video, but rather the things that she says. She says on there that she only tried it with Cody. So that means that she was doing these drugs when her daughters were with her, right? So that is what that means. Anyway. And give me 1 second. Shout out to Yvette Zapata, Sam Gerner, Mona Lisa, Jessica Gonzalez, and but yeah, guys, pretty much what you guys could see is La Chisqueada andaba cracked out, guys. Andaba bien prendida. So now you guys know. You know, it was funny. People didn't know exactly what I was describing. Andaba bien prendida, guys. Bien prendida. What is bien prendida? Bien means very, and then prendida means lit. Bien prendida. She was lit. So now you guys know the literal definition of what bien prendida means.
Watch this.
Now you guys know. When I was talking about anda bien prendida, this is what she was doing. Que anda bien prendida. And just see how long she takes that hit. She sucks that smoke all the way in. Look right there. I don't even think I could inhale something like that. Even air, I don't think I could inhale air that good. Much less smoke. But anyway, andaba bien prendida, guys. And ever since then, give me 1 sec, I got a message. Ever since then, those videos were released. Oh, shout out to Manny behind the mic. Thank you, Manny, for tuning in. We haven't seen you in a while. But ever since those videos were released, guys, she hasn't made any videos anymore. At least live. Now she's hiding. Now she tries. You know, it's funny. The thing is, now she hides. She hides from her own videos. That's what's funny. She has to hide from the public from her own self. That's the funny thing. You know what I mean? She has to hide, literally, like La Chisqueada is hiding from the public of her own videos. That's what's funny. She's literally hiding from herself, from her own videos. That's the funny part. She's literally hiding. The other day she went on TikTok. It's not fair. I can't find a job. And as soon as they tell her, he's streaming you. Vanos. She cuts that live quick. She stops crying. She's like, oh shit, he's streaming me. He's streaming and they're streaming. Oh, where? And. That's the funny part. Anyway, so poor Chiskis. But yeah, like, I mean, she's literally has to hide from her own self now. So Lupe Chavez says, Frank, it's sad to think that she may have been like this when she went to arrest you in Houston. Lupe, you're actually right, because the time of that video that was sent to me is actually more or less around the time that she came to Houston. So for all we know, so for all we know, she definitely was prendida right before she came to Houston. Like, that could have been a video right before she came. That's the thing. And anyway, all right. Anyway, guys. So moving on, guys. Let me see what else I had. Let me jump to the news. I've been 20 minutes, so I want to get through this quick. Anyway, I bought a book from a friend. His name's Rico Davis. He's this guy right here. I've actually his real name's William Davis. I actually met him playing basketball, and I wouldn't say he's like a good friend because I mean we don't talk as much, but I always try to be supportive of people. And anyway, I got my book autographed. I told him, "Hey, Will, you wrote a book?" I'm like, "Yeah, he wrote a book." So anyway, this is him. This is me. And I told him, "Hey, like I need to buy a book from you, and I need to autograph it." And so I went to pick up my edition, and he doesn't watch this show, but if he does, I want to appreciate him for signing my book. So I'll read this later. It's called First Round Draft Pick, and it's actually available on Amazon. So if you guys want to check out the book, I don't know what the book is about really. Really, the book was not like the reason I bought it. Not because what's in the book, because I don't even know what the book is about. But the reason I bought the book is because I wanna support him. So if you have friends, guys, here's the thing. Like, I don't think we talk much about support. Is if you have somebody that has a small business, somebody that's like that does art, or somebody that does music, or well, like whatever it is, whatever it is, try to support your friends. You know what I mean? So I told him, hey, like I need that book from you. So, and actually the funny thing is I'm gonna buy two books. I bought the hard copy because what I'm gonna try to do, guys, I've been telling everybody that I'm gonna do this trading thing. So once I have my trading going on and I'm actually able to make some money, I'm gonna build a little library, and I want to buy books of people that I know, and I'm gonna put it in there. You know what I mean, like a little library, because the more things you know, the better. So if you guys want to buy this book, this is actually available on Amazon. First Round Draft Pick. So anyway, so the synopsis says Devante is a successful sports agent who has everything, but finally realizes that he's missing something that money cannot buy. He's looking for love in all the wrong places. Devante is now ready for an exclusive relationship, and he has decided to date outside of his race for the first time to see if true love has no color. Which women have chemistry, communication, and quality he loves. It's time he starts recognizing what's real versus what's fake, including friends, family, money, trust, love, and commitment. Love is about looking and living beyond the blind spot. So I guess it's a little bit about what do you call it? Like when you date outside your race. So I guess that's what it's about. So check it out, guys, if you're into reading this. It's actually not a long book. These are like the books I like to read because they don't take like days. You can probably read them in 1 or 2 days. So check it out, guys. It's on Amazon. First Round Draft Pick by my buddy Will Rico Davis. Anyway, moving on. So I did want to talk about something really quick, guys. And I really shouldn't bring it up, but I guess just because it's kind of been mentioned to me by more than one person. And Jessica Gonzalez says, Frank, any mystery or thriller recommendations? The thing is, I actually don't have I don't actually have many books, to be honest with you. I want to share my Kindle library. I really don't have many books that are like into... They're really all the books that I own on my Amazon. They're all about online day trading. I can show you really quick. but this is my Amazon library. So these are the books that I have. It's really all like stock market books, day trading books, stuff like that. Awaken the Giant Within. You know, how to kind of take immediate control of your mental, emotional, physical, and financial destiny by Tony Robbins. So these are just books that I have, but I don't read a lot of like mystery books right now. So this is kind of give me. So this is actually my first real book right now. So just taking a little break of reading. But anyway, guys, I did wanted to talk about one thing that's kind of been mentioned to me a few times. So I guess I'll kind of talk about that right now. So there's been people, I wouldn't say who, right? But there's been people that, how would I say, just to kind of get this out of the way. So there's been people that have been accusing me of running hate pages, and I don't know how to respond to that because I don't run any other pages other than the pages that I own. What are the pages that are owned, guys? Let me let me see. What are the pages that I own? Let me see. Pages. Where's my Facebook pages? Trying to feed. Here we go. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to my pages manager so I could show you. Oh, here we go. Okay, so guys, these are all the pages that I run, all right, because there's people that are accusing me. Like, I don't know why people make accusations without really, like, verifying, like, why they're saying certain things. Like, they really have no proof, right? Like I said, I'm not going to say any names, but anyway, so these are all the pages that I run, right? What are the pages that Frank Moore runs? Let me show you the pages once again. So these are all the pages that I run. Here on the left side, I run No More Chisme, Houston Street Ball, which is actually not as active. I used to have a basketball team called Los Flamingos. I ran that page for 2 years. The basketball team is no longer kind of active, so I don't really do much with it. Fangs Traders, that's the new mini blog. Guys, if you're not following that page, make sure you follow it. Fangs Traders. All right. That has no drama. It's just more about stock market stuff. I'm going to be posting kind of like motivation things here and there. So follow that page. Definitely, it's a good thing. So follow Fangs Traders. Ocean Design, that's the uniform company. Actually, funny thing, I'm wearing. I don't know if you guys know this. I actually design uniforms, so I'm wearing my my tracksuit right now, just to kind of. So this is my brand, guys. This is the Ocean Design brand. Pretty cool, huh? So that's the page that I run, Ocean Design. Then of course the Real Gun Republic. This was supposed to be a backup of No More Chisme. I haven't done much with it. And then I have another backup called No More Chisme 2. Quake North America, Quake Latino, just video games. So those are the pages that I run. Anyway, but as I mentioned, people say, like, people think I run these other pages. I actually don't run these other pages, but just in case, people are throwing my name out there, like, Frank, I don't know if it's Frank that runs that page. They're not talking about Frank, so it must be Frank. Guys, I barely have enough time to like run one page and have these other pages. But I really don't run these other pages. Like, I have nothing to do with any other page. And guys, here's the thing. My page alone has 31,000 people. 31,000 people. And not only that, if I wanted to talk about somebody, I could use the website to talk about someone if I wanted to. The website alone has, like, this week it had, this week it had 20,000 views on Tuesday, close to 15,000 on Wednesday, so that's 35,000, and then 10,000 on Thursday, so that's 50,000. So it had over 50,000 views. Just this is the website. I don't even use the website that often. Just the website alone had 50,000 views. So I don't need to run any other page that has barely 100 people that follow the page or 200 people that follow the page. Like, I don't have to run any other page. You know what I mean? Like, just the No More Chisme alone is, I don't know. Let's see. It's 100 times bigger than those pages that they claim that I run. So, like I said, guys, I don't run any of these other pages. So, there's a proof. If people want to accuse me for running these other pages, that's on them. That's not on me. There's nothing much I could do. People are always going to accuse people without any proof. So, anyway, moving on. I just wanted to point out there because, there's people that follow different pages. So, I guess, in a sort of way, I just wanted to kind of clarify that. Oh, Hazel. I'm glad Hazel Karth has a good question for me, and I definitely wanted to talk about that. So she says, Frank, what did you like about Squid Game? Honestly, al Chile, it was okay. It was. It was alright, honestly. Like, it was something new. It's different. It's definitely not something that's been shown before. So, okay, hold on. Somebody. So it's something it's different before. And Squid Game. If you guys haven't watched it, definitely watch it. Like I said, I watched it. It's different. But, it's not something I was, like, super excited. Like, I was like, man, I got to watch all these 9 episodes back to back to back. Like, it took me about a week and a half to watch it. I watched one episode one day, and then, like, 2 days later, I watched another. And I'm not going to spoil it for y'all. I mean, it's definitely a watch. Like, you got to watch it, but it's not something that you have to dedicate the whole day to watch it. Like, take your time. It's really not. It's overhyped. You know what I mean? So, anyway, supposedly there's gonna be a part 2. We'll see. I'll watch it, I guess, if my wife wants to watch it. Adam Wiggins says, Frank, what can you tell me about Debbie Does Dallas? Pinche Adam Cochino. Anyway. But yeah, Squid Game was alright, guys. It's not anything to anyway. Let's see. Shout out to Judy Ann Rodriguez, she's better tuning in. Shout out to Leti Cantu. Shout out to Michelle Armendari, she's tuning in. Shout out to Marcus Canales. Marcus just became a supporter last week. I want to appreciate Marcus. Shout out to Liz Cantu. She says, Frank, stop reading the screen and focus on your topic. You're being thrown off. Liz, I know there's so much things going on. Shout out to Ophelia Painter. How are you doing, Ophelia? Ophelia. Shout out to Dela Rodriguez. Shout out to Marlene Carrillo Ambrosi. Let's see who else. Shout out to Irma Blanco. Shout out to Cristina Pereira. Connie Peace, Vicky Bejarano. She was in Facebook jail. She just got out of Facebook jail earlier today or yesterday. Shout out to RJ. Lenore Hernandez, one of our other supporters as well. Shout out to Lenore. Lenore. Let's see. Mario D. Emily Gonzalez. Hazel. And everybody else. Okay. So moving on, guys. Moving on. Let's see. What I was going to talk about. Okay. Well, there's not. Oh, the Dallas Cowboys won. People wanted me to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. So, Dallas Cowboys won. They're in a winning streak. You know, they got a good thing going on. Of course, as I mentioned, there's a tradition in Southmost Boulevard called La Pitada for our non-Spanish speakers. That is the honking tradition, aka La Pitada, where cars line up. They go to Southmost Boulevard. They drive. They honk the horn. Everybody's cheering. And right now they've won consecutive games. They're 5-1 if I'm not mistaken in the season. So they're doing pretty good. We'll see how far they make it. I don't watch the Cowboys, but I know a lot of people in the Rio Grande Republic, a lot of other people that don't live there also follow it. Follow the Cowboys. So just because we have a lot of Cowboy fans, we'll talk about the Cowboys in a sort of good way. Like I said, I'm not a Cowboys fan, but, you know, people are going to kill me if I don't talk about the Cowboys. So, shout out to them Cowboys, right? Shout out to the... Oh, Astros got their ass kicked yesterday. I was at my friend Eric's house, and I literally called him up. I'm like, Eric, what are you doing? And he's like, nothing. What do you want to do? You want to come over? Oh, shout out to Terry Mosqueda. She always gets mad because I don't say hi to Terry. Shout out to Terry Mosqueda. And anyway, my friend called me. He's like, hey, what are you doing, Frank? Like, nothing. He's like, you want to come over and watch the Astros game? Marlene says, Frank, what are the benefits of becoming an official supporter? Well, first, when you become an official supporter, your first month of becoming a supporter buys me a beer. And since Marcus is our latest supporter, this beer is brought to you by Marcus. I'll finish the rest of the supporter stuff, Marlene. Anyway, so Houston Astros played yesterday. My friend Eric called me, and after the first inning, they got a grand slam, Boston Red Sox, and I'm like, Eric, is this what you called me for? I'm like, I'm out, dude. And literally, it's funny because I left this house and I got back home, and second inning's already 8-0, and I'm like, dude, back-to-back grand slams. And then I searched. Well, they had mentioned it on Twitter. It's never been done in any postseason history. So Houston Astros got their ass kicked. They tried to fight towards the end, but wow, that's something incredible. Back-to-back grand slams. Anyway. So, Marlene wanted to say, Frank, if I become a supporter, what do I get? Marlene, you honestly want to know what you get? Why does people want to know what happens when they become supporters? It's like, okay, I'll be honest, guys. When you become a supporter, how would I say, like, you go to a bar, right? You go to a bar and you get a drink. You say, hey, I want a whiskey in the rocks, or I want a blue Hawaiian. And you tip the bartender. Why do you tip the bartender? Because you support the bartender. You're liking the way he's doing drink. Or maybe he makes conversation with you, or maybe it's a lady bartender. So, hey, you know, here's 20%. You know, you order a $20 drink. You know, you and your wife gets a drink, that's $20. You know, you pay $5, you know. So you already paid $5, so you're supporting the bartender. This is like really, in a sort of way, it's almost the same thing. You know, like people like entertainment. What am I doing? I provide a cheap form of entertainment, you know? People like the things that we talk about. So that is their way in showing me that they want to show some support. Now, keep in mind, guys, being a supporter is completely optional. You don't have to do it. Like, there's no top secret information. Oh, my wife, shout out to my wife. My wife is actually Gael got a puppy, so she went to get the puppy. Anyway, but becoming a supporter, guys, is completely optional. We're still going to talk about all the same things that we always do, regardless whether you're a supporter or not. You know what I mean? So you don't have to do it, Nobody's putting a gun to anybody's head. But, we have a supporter group and we all motivate each other. We all support each other. And we may not agree with what everybody says or does, but for the most part, there's kind of like a camaraderie. Sorry, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the word. It's the beer. Camaraderie. Wait. Okay. There's like an online friendship, like an online community. Anyway, Hazel says, Frank, I want to become a supporter. I'm in Facebook jail. How do I do it, Hazel? You don't have to wait on Facebook. You can do it through the website. So become a supporter. Click on there. Click on the link. Oh wait, the link's at the top. Yes. So guys, we got a puppy for Gael for his birthday. The puppy was in Mexico. It was actually under quarantine. It had to get a parvovirus shot and some other stuff. So anyway, but yeah, if you want to become an official supporter, Hazel, all you have to do is click on the link and sign up. And once you sign up, I will actually invite you to the supporter group that we have. Anyway, so guys, I don't want to keep talking. We want to hear scary stories. We want to hear scary stories. It's scary story time. Anyway, so we got to put the scary music on. Guys, I swear, my mom, when I was growing up, guys, when I was growing up. Oh, I don't have the puppy right now. My wife's bringing it. Anyway, so guys, let me share with you a scary story. This is actually This is actually a rerun of a scary story. So I'm gonna tell you the scary story. Anyway, so I guess it's not really scary, but it's a rerun of a funny, scary story, or it involves the story of the ghost rat. And like I said, I know we talked about it one time. I was talking about this, so I'm gonna bring up the story of the ghost rat. So what is the ghost rat, guys? The ghost rat is a story from long time ago, and when I was in Matamoros, I was living in Matamoros back in 2002 to about 2003. So it was like the summer of 2002 to about 2003, like during the New Year. But anyway, we used to hang out at my friend's house. And he lived on the second story. And actually, I might be able to show you the house on Google Maps, right? So let me see if I can show you. And it's an old house, guys, so don't think it's a fancy house. But back then, that's what we could afford. And I don't know why I was living in Matamoros, considering I could live in Brownsville, but it was just something different living in Matamoros. Anyway, let me put the volume high, a little bit higher. But there was just something about living in Matamoros that had like this, I don't know. There's something that made me want to live there. So sure enough, I went to live in Matamoros, and let me find the house. That's right here. Let's see. Okay, so here's the house, guys. This is the house that I was living in Matamoros in 2002. And my friend would tell me all the time there was all this scary stuff that would happen. And so back in 2002, guys, like we used to hang out. Now this house has been abandoned now for many years, so the house is in pretty bad condition, right? But back in the day, guys, we used to hang out here. Like this is literally the house. And I swear to God, guys, every time I used to go through these through this set of stairs, so there's a set of stairs here, I swear, guys, right here there's a window. there's a window that leads to this house. I swear to God, guys, every time I used to go through this house, I had to literally haul ass. Like, I had to go turbo. I had to put turbo mode in that on that B. And I swear, guys, every time I went in there, I had to haul ass because there was just something eerie about this house. And there's a lot of other stories I could tell you about this house, but for the sake of time, I kind of will keep it short. But I'm going to tell you about the ghost rat. Ruben Gitron says, Frank, do you know the story of Mark Kilroy? Yes, I do. That's for another day that we'll talk more stories. But anyway, so the ghost rat story, sticking to the ghost rat. I remember one time we were hanging out here, guys, and I swear every couple of days we used to see this rat that used to come from here. If you follow my cursor, this rat would literally run this way. It would run this way and then work its way around the back of the house. And anyway, I swear, guys, one Saturday night we got tired of this rat. And these are the the old style bricks. And if you guys are familiar with these bricks, they actually they're hollow from 2 points. So it's like hollow from here and hollow from here, right? And one time, it was me and a buddy of mine, and we're like, hey, do you see that rat there? We saw the rat. And we literally saw the rat moving, and my friend says, hey, look, let's kill the rat. And I swear to God, guys, the rat went inside the brick. Like, literally, it went inside the brick because there's a hole in the brick. But there's no way that the rat could get out because the brick at the bottom, obviously has what do you call it? Cement, right? So there's no way the rat could kind of go any other way. So the rat goes inside the brick. My friend puts something on top of the brick. And I swear, guys, the rat was in the brick. It was covered, so we put something on top, and my friend got a stick, and we're gonna kill the rat. I wouldn't do that nowadays. You have to keep in mind, guys. Nowadays, I'm more compassionate. But back then, we were young. This was in 2002, so I was literally in 2002. I was 19 years old. So, Della Rodriguez says a block. So I guess un bloque, I guess it was a block, like a cement block. I guess that's the proper term, a cement block. So the damn rat goes inside the brick or block. My friend puts a cover in there, and my friend has a stick, and I tell my friend, you better kill it. There was 3 of us, so there was me, my friend that got the cover, put it on top, and my other friend, he got a stick. And I swear to God, guys, I'm not joking. We saw the damn rat, all 3 of us. We saw the damn rat go inside the damn block. When my friend took the cover off, so, he had the cover on like this. He pulls up the cover, and my friend, with the stick, was ready to strike the rat as soon as it popped its head. The rat didn't poke his head out. And when we looked, that rat was gone. I swear to God, guys, I'm not joking. This rat went inside the block. It had nowhere to go. There was no way. There was no way that block. There was no way.
Bro, you're trying to make it so like creepy.
It is creepy. Hey, brush your teeth.
Oh, I already did.
Okay, what that mean?
Bro, I could watch Chills and I won't get scared.
Okay, we'll see about that guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I swear to God, guys, the rat went inside the block, the cement block, and it was definitely a ghost rat. And why? So that's the story of the ghost rat. I swear to God, like, obviously it didn't look like this, but I just don't know. Like, it's impossible for the rat to kind of disappear. So ever since the night, guys, every time we meet up with friends, we talk about the ghost rat of that night, and it's funny, I don't know how the rat, like, if it was a actual rat, guys, I don't know how the rat was able to get out from there. It was physically impossible. But like I said, guys, maybe it was a ghost rat. Maybe we were just drunk. But we had just barely started drinking. It's like barely I started drinking this mofle, right? So, anyway, that's the story of the ghost rat. There's more scary stories. But anyway, guys, it's the best part of the night. We want to hear some scary stories. Like real ones, okay? We want to hear some real scary stories. So we're going to open up the phone line, guys. And here's the thing. We're going to open up the phone lines, and the only thing that we want to talk about is scary stuff. If it's not scary, don't tell me. Don't call me. All right? So stick to the story stuff. If you're talking about anything else that's not related, we're going to hang up on you. Okay, so guys, I'm going to get the phone lines ready. Marlene says, Frank, I thought that being a supporter was being a VIP. So I get it now. Supporter equals financially support the page. Marlene, it's called being a supporter. Okay, supporter. You like it, you know. It's like a tip, you know. Anyway, so guys, scary stories time. Anyway, let me call the number that I have. Oh, sorry about that. I was talking to myself. Okay, guys. Phone line's open. 956-579-7022. Give me a call, guys. Tell me a scary story. And by the way, guys, we want to have as many people call in as possible. So try to keep your story for about like the quicker the better, because we want to talk to a lot of people. So 956-579-7022. Phone line's open. And the only thing, like I said, guys, the only thing I'm asking y'all is to stick to scary stuff, okay? Anything else, Chisky's related or any other drama that's related, right now that's not the topic. That was another time. But today is scary story stuff, guys. So give me a call. Tell me about some haunting experience that you had. Try to also, like I said, keep it under 10 minutes because we want to talk to as many people as possible. So anyway, give me a call, guys. Phone line is open. 956-579-7022. So phone line's open, guys. Give me a call. Let's bring some callers in. Call in, guys. 956-579-7022. Marlene says, Frank, what about the story of La Llorona? That story's kind of been played out there for a while. And of course, that's something we can talk about later. But for now, anyway. So give me a call, guys. Tell me a scary story. Some horrifying experience that you encountered, maybe as a, when you were growing up or something. So Rosie Reyes, give me a call, Rosie. Give me a call. We want to hear your scary story. Let's see. I think she was saying something. I'm trying to read what Rosie says. Rosie. I'm trying to read Rosie Rose. When I was 5 years old, we lived in a house my uncle owned. We moved in and out several times, but I remember a lady in the white that would poke me with her finger floating above me. Rosie, you gotta call me. Tell me that scary stuff. Tell me that scary experience. Make it happen. So give me a call, 956-579-7022. So shout out to Jules Martinez. Rosie Reyes, give me a call, 956-579-7022. I want to hear about that scary encounter. Rosie Reyes, everybody wants you to call in. So Rosie, you're going to have to call. We want to hear from you. Rosie, give us a call, 956-579-7022. Give us a call, Rosie. Oh, wait, we got somebody calling. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay, you sound a little bit muffled.
I do.
Yeah. Why's that?
I don't know why.
Okay, hold on. Okay, guys, we have one of our followers and supporters, Liz Cantu, formerly from Harlingen, but now lives in Corpus Christi. How you doing, Liz?
I'm good.
Okay, I got you on there. So obviously, we want to hear some scary stories or some haunting experiences that you may encounter. Do you have a scary story for us?
Yes. So I mentioned last week that I would call in today.
Yes.
So it's something that didn't happen to me, but it happened to my sister. So my sister passed away in 2014, but she had this I guess I'll call it an ability. She had this tendency that she was able to, I guess, connect with people who had passed on. But I'm going to say I think I was about 8 years old, and she was 5 years older than me, so that would put her, at 13?
Okay, so you were 8 and she was 13 at the time.
Yes. So my family was migrant workers.
Okay.
And we used to go up to Ohio. And we lived in this house, and I was going to send you a picture of the house so you could see what it was like. It looked like a big haunted house.
Do you have are you able to send a picture to me really quick?
I don't have it.
Okay.
I would have to look for it because I know my brother has it in his Facebook.
Okay. Well, send it to me later, and then we'll share it later on, maybe tomorrow on the page.
Mm-hmm. But just to get an idea, that house was very, very old. It was very interesting looking, but it was very old. Like right now, they have demolished it already because the last time I went out there was in 2000. Let's see, Michael's 23 right now. He was 2 years old. So, no, it's 21 years ago.
Yeah.
And when we went to visit, we couldn't get near it because they were already in the process of demolishing it. So in that house, it was a multi-family home, but we were all family members, like aunts, uncles.
And this was in Harlingen.
No. This was in Ohio.
Oh, okay. So you lived in Ohio when you were smaller.
Because we were migrant workers.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Okay. So in that home, just so that y'all can get the idea, we were about 7 families that lived in that home. That's how big this home was. So the history of this home was that how old it was, from what the word was, that they used it for gambling, so on and so forth. So it was a night, and the way the layout of this home, because we were 6 sisters, 1 brother, plus my 2 parents, so we were 9. What I cannot remember was if my oldest sister was already married and long gone. But regardless, the big area, which was the kitchen, because my parents had their bedroom, I think my brother had his own little bedroom, but in the huge kitchen area, we had 2 beds. Well, one of the beds, It was my second to the oldest sister. I slept in the middle, and it was my sister who saw everything that happened. Right in the center of the big room was the kitchen table. Then, of course, to the other corner, it was the kitchen sink, the stove, and everything else.
So you had the living room, the kitchen table, and so it was like one big room, like a big open area.
It was one big room. Yeah.
Okay. I know where you're going with this because I know I'm just picturing in my head, and that's scary stuff in the middle of the night.
Yes. So then all of a sudden, we're laying down with our heads towards where the kitchen table is at. I'm laying in the middle. My sister wakes up and she starts telling my older sister, Maggie, wake up. There's a little girl looking at us. Well, and my sister Maggie's like, Rosie, go to sleep. You're crazy, or you're dreaming. And she's like, no, wake up. She's looking at us. Well, I'm listening to everything that's going on, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what's going on? Then all of a sudden she says, okay, she pulled the chair and she's sitting down. And when she's saying that, we're hearing the whole thing that she's describing. We're hearing the chair getting pulled out and whatnot. Then she says, now there's a man with her. And she's describing the whole thing. Well, all of a sudden, I don't remember what she said that made her scream. And my oldest sister couldn't stand it anymore, which was my oldest one. She couldn't stand the whole process of everything that she's describing. So she screams out for my dad, and says, Dad. So when she screams, she's apparently, according to my sister who's seen the whole thing, she alerted the ghost. So they walked away. And you remember back then the Coca-Cola bottles were, you emptied them out. You didn't throw them away. You would take them back to be recycled, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, we had empty bottles next in between the stove and the sink. Well, according to my sister, she says when my sister Maggie screamed for my dad, and my dad, before he got up, the two spirits or ghosts, they went through where the bottles were at, dropped the bottles. So when my dad came to where we were at and he turned on the light, the chair was pulled out and the bottles were on the floor. So when my parents got up and they asked her, what did you see? And she says, well, they walked out from behind. We had this huge antique armoire. She says that when she saw them, they both walked out from behind it. The little girl came and stood where we were at, right by our head, where we were laying down, and that she kept staring at us while the man was walking around, just looking around the entire vicinity. And then the little girl just pulled the chair out, sat down, and the man continued walking around until my sister screamed. But she just had, and that was not her only time that she saw things. I mean, everywhere she lived, she always had, I don't know what to call it, if it was confrontations or the ability to see spirits. And my grandmother would always tell her, not everyone has the ability to see spirits. You need to ask them what it is that they want. If they're not causing you any harm, they seem to be peaceful. You need to ask them what it is that they want, because it's spirits that have not been able to cross. And, I could give you more stories of what she went through, but I was present there at that time. I was able to see.
So you saw the little girl?
Chair or the bottles. No, I didn't see them.
Okay.
I did see the chair.
But you saw the chair
bottles.
move and the bottles and stuff?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. But I did see something at her home before she passed away. And she just got ecstatic. She's like, oh, you saw it? You saw it too? And it's like, oh my gosh, what are you talking about? I was sitting at her home. I had gone to visit with her. And I was sitting down in her sofa. right down the hall was her last bedroom. And I just saw clearly someone walk from one bedroom to the other. And I said, Rosie, who's here? And she says, no one. I said, someone just went from one room to the other. I can't say I saw someone. I just saw these shadows go from one room to the other. And she says, oh my gosh, you just saw it too. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She says, there's always a shadow that goes from one room to the other. Well, at night they would have toys all of a sudden, go on without the batteries and things like that. But it didn't matter where she would go. She always had the capability of, that's the word I was trying to think of, that she always had the capability of being able to see or hear things.
Yeah. It's scary. I mean, there's some, like I said, like you said, there's some other stories you can share, and believe me, the ghost ride, that was just me trying to be a little bit funny. That did happen, the ghost ride, but there was one other time, and I did talk about that also, that I had mentioned before, and of course, another time I will talk about it, but yeah, it is definitely, especially in the middle of the night, like everybody's sleeping and you're the only one that's kind of like awake.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm already getting goosebumps with this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but that house that we did go up to, it was a huge home. It even had a secret stairway, and our bed was right next to it, but nobody used that one. It had another stairway that the families would use, the ones that lived upstairs, but the one that was in a hidden door, that door was right by the section that we lived in.
Yeah.
It was an interesting home. It was a very interesting home.
Okay. Well,
that's my story.
Well, we want you to save those stories, because next week, more than likely, we'll probably do another one of these. So you got to tell us some more stories.
Yeah, and there are more. There's another one, but I wouldn't want to save that one because it has something to do. If I go too deep into it, people may know the person. Well, no, I'll just won't say anything. It has to do with the home that she rented there, and someone that belonged to someone who actually took his own life.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we don't want to.
She connected with that spirit too.
Okay, we don't definitely want to disturb any spirits.
No.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, Liz. Thank you for telling us your story, and I hope you stick around because there's more scary stories we gotta hear.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Liz.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye.
All right, guys. So that was Liz Cantu telling us her story when she was growing up. Obviously she had a sister that was able to see things, and it's kind of scary. Obviously you see a lot of movies or you hear about people, telling you they could see things that you can, and you don't know if they're telling the truth, or maybe they're a little bit kooky, but strange things happen. It's like, man, like you have to kind of sometimes give them the benefit of the doubt, but yeah, I definitely have had my share of run-ins with certain things like that. But like I said, that's another night for night of storytelling. But anyway, I am gonna call Rosie Reyes back because she was supposed to call us, and she called me while I had Liz on the line. So let me call her really quick. Hello, Rosie?
Yes, this is me.
Rosie, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right, awesome. I'm glad to have you on board. This is the first time I speak to you, pretty much on the phone or any type of conversation besides messaging. Anyway, just give me 1 second. Let me put your name on here. Okay, guys. So we have Rosie Reyes in the line. She's um, one of our original followers and supporters, all the way from California. Rosie, thank you for coming on board. And how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good.
Awesome, awesome. Well, obviously, people were asking you to call in because you had something that you were talking about. Well, instead of you typing it, we wanted to hear about it on the line. So tell us about your experience.
Okay, when I was very young, we lived on a house that my uncle used to own. And I remember moving in and out of that house a couple of times, but every time that we moved back to that house, we used to, my mom, it was kind of small, so my mom would have bunk beds for us. So I used to sleep on the top bunk bed. But every time that I would sleep up there, I remember seeing a lady all in white. She had really long white hair and like a white gown, but I never saw a face. But I remember that I could actually feel her poking at my forehead all the time.
Okay.
And I would be scared. I would cover my head, but I would still feel her, so I would slide down.
But what? But
to
like,
my uncle's
like
bed.
what? But what was she wearing? Like, okay, you was all white. Were you able to see her face?
No, I never saw her face. All I saw was white, like a gown floating on top of me, but I never saw a face, just her hair and her gown.
What type of hair did
But
she
I always
have?
felt this long, stringy, like gray hair, white hair.
Okay. And like, did this happen like a one-time thing, or was it like multiple occasions?
It was multiple occasions.
Okay. And
Yeah. I always felt weird in that house for some reason. I always felt like somebody was tapping me on my shoulder.
okay. And like, did it always happen? Like, was there a point that it stopped, or?
Well, it would stop when we moved out of the house.
Oh,
And
okay.
then we would live somewhere else, and then we would move back in, and then I would see the same thing all over again.
Okay. So just at you said it was your uncle's house, right?
Yes.
Okay. And anything else besides, like, okay, did you ever try to talk to the spirit or anything?
No, I was too scared.
And did you recall? Okay, so do you have any brothers and sisters? Because you said it was on a bunk bed, right?
Yes. So I
Okay.
slept with my older sister on the top bunk bed, and she never saw anything, but I remember always seeing it, and I remember telling my mom, I see a lady in white. There's a lady in white, but it was like an old, really old house.
Okay. Was it like a wooden house?
Yes,
Okay.
really old house. And I always used to see it. I remember maybe about 3 times that we moved in and out of there, and every time we came back, I would still see that lady.
So when would you say was the last time that you saw her?
Probably when I was 6 years old.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty scary. So,
Yeah.
but so it only tried touching you, like it didn't try like it didn't try pulling your sheets or anything, right? Because we hear a lot of stories about that.
No, I remember covering my head with the blanket or sheet or whatever I had, but I could actually feel her just poking at my forehead.
Okay, so she would just be like poking your forehead just to try to see if you would kind of uncover your face.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely scary. I would be shedding bricks if that happened to me.
Oh, I know. I would run. Yeah, it happened. It happened to me. I remember that also in the house that my mom lives in right now. That house was built in 1952, and we moved in that house in '86, and I lived with my mom at that time. And I remember the bedroom where I used to sleep. You could see directly to the front door. And I would wake up and I would always see a lady in black, like the roaring, I don't know, the 20s or 30s.
Oh,
She
okay.
had, I never saw her face, but she had like the hats that used to cover like the lace over her face.
Yeah.
And I always would see a lady standing there. So a few years went by and they were redoing the walls in the house or something. And I remember we found a newspaper clipping inside the wall. And somebody was killed in that house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And the person's name that was on that house, it was a woman and a man. I guess the woman was cheating or something, and the husband killed her inside the house.
Oh shit.
So it was a clipping of the murder.
Oh man.
So that's probably the lady that I was seeing.
Does it look
But
like
other
the
than that-
does it look like the lady I have on the thing right now?
Oh, I'm not even watching it. I took it off. It was a lady in black, in all black though.
Okay. Yeah, that's scary stuff. Well, Rosa, I want to thank you for giving me a call and sharing your scary story with us.
Okay.
Okay. Well, once again, Rosie, thank you for your continued support. Like I said, you're definitely been with us for ever since we had our supporters option on Facebook. You've been around, and I just want to thank you for being one of our.
Oh, no problem.
So anyway, well, hopefully stick around because we got a lot of scary stories left.
I know. I'm going to listen to them.
Okay, you have a good one. Thank you for calling in.
Okay. You too. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Ya está. All right, guys. So that was Rosie Reyes. Like I said, she's one of our followers and one of our first supporters out of California. Okay, so Delia wanted me to give her a call. She has a scary story. So let me give her a call really quick. And I want to listen. There's a guy named Tumbleweed. So Tumbleweed, I'm going to call Delia really quick. And I want you to, if you want, I can call you right after. You can send me a message to Facebook. And I'll call you right afterwards. Give me your number and I'll call you, by the way. But anyway, let me call Delia really quick, guys. Because she says she has a scary story for us. So anyway, let me call Delia really quick. Give me 1 second. Delia, what's up? Can you hear me?
Boo. Yeah.
What's
yes,
up?
I can hear you.
Okay, Delia, what's up? Give me 1 second. I'm putting you on here. Hold on. Okay, guys. So I have Delia Rodriguez, one of our followers and supporters as well. So Delia, tell me what scary story you want to share with us.
Okay. As you all might know, that my daughter passed away. She was 26 years old. She died on December the 1st of 2005. Okay. The day before she died, she was real sick. She had a bad back pain. She had gone to the doctor and they told her she had a little bit of pneumonia. Okay. So then she called the doctor and told him that it had been 2 days that she had gone to the doctor and she was still the same. And the doctor told her that just to finish taking her antibiotics he had given her because she had a little pneumonia. So my daughter had a terrible back pain. So we put the mattress in the living room because we didn't know what to do anymore, right? Because of her pain that it wouldn't go away. So she was laying down on the mattress in the living room, and we were watching the TV. And I was rubbing her back and putting like Vicks on her back, and then I told her maybe you got stung by an insect or something, and we couldn't find nothing, right? And then my daughter, we were laying down watching TV, right? And my daughter says, "Mom, what does that look like to you?" And she looked to the Venetian blind. And then I said, and I looked, and I said, La Santísima Muerte. And then it looked like the Santísima Muerte. And then my daughter said, right? And I said, yes.
But that was the scratches in the back.
Huh?
You're talking about that the scratches look like the Santísima Muerte?
No. The figure of the Santísima Muerte was, she was seeing it. We were both seeing it on the blind of the curtain, the window.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then I said, I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna open the Venetian blind, and she said, no, and I still opened it. When I opened it, it was a little tree that was outside, and the tree, it was moving with the wind.
Yeah.
But when I would close the blind, it looked like La Santísima Muerte, and the Santísima Muerte had that sword.
Oh, the scythe.
The big knife.
The scythe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Santísima Muerte would go like this. But it was a branch. When you would see outside, it was a branch. But inside the house, the Santísima Muerte was going like extending her arm with the top of her hand up and going like this, like come.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Come
So it would be like
to me.
yeah.
Okay. And she was all dressed in black. Okay. So then my husband had gone to the restroom. And I said, Roman, because his name is Roman. And I said, Roman, what? And I said, come, hurry, come, because we were scared. And then my husband came out of the restroom. And then I said, what does that resemble? And then he said, he looked and he said, La Santa. He said, La Santa. Le dije, right? Dijo, sí, La Santísima Muerte. And then I didn't know too much about it, but then my daughter passed away the following day. And it's the figure who comes for you on your final moments of life.
Yeah, the Green Reaper.
Right? Yeah. And then so what we did was we just turned off the light outside, and so we wouldn't see it anymore. And then en la madrugada, that night, right?
Yeah.
In the madrugada, well, it wasn't even the madrugada. It was like 3 o'clock. And then I took her to the hospital because she was very sick. Well, that night, they told us that they told me, and they told her too, that she needed a lung heart transplant because she had cardiomyopathy, and she had and then in the hospital, they did a CT scan of her heart, and it showed that she had a blood clot on the left ventricle of her heart.
Oh, wow.
And that was the pain she was having. And then, they told us because she was going to go upstairs to CCU, and that for us to go home because it was going to be a long day the next day. And I remember I was there, right, and I could hear alert value for room, da-da-da, alert value for all her organs were shutting down. And I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And then we went home. We went home, and then they called us like at 7:30 in the morning, for us to go over there real quick. So we went, and she had gone into full cardiac arrest, respiratory arrest, and then they revived her and they brought her back, but she died in the night at 1 o'clock in the morning. In the night, pero the Santísima Muerte came for her. And it is true. Que everybody that's going to die, the Santísima Muerte comes for you. And a lot of people abuse the Santísima Muerte.
Like the candles and stuff.
Yeah. And a lot of drug dealers, they adore her. And she is to be adored. Porque yo me acuerdo cuando we were little, we've always been Catholic. Y nos decían que la Santísima Muerte era buena, ¿verdad? Pero después pero parece que ya no la aceptan en la Iglesia Católica. Pero a lot of people, they abuse her. And para cosas malas. Porque parece, it looks creepy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pero,
well, I mean, I never really was like, I don't think I really went to a lot of Catholic churches, but they never really talked about the Santísima Muerte in the churches that I went. They usually talked about stuff like that being evil.
Sí.
But I could be wrong, you know.
Porque sí hay rezos que decían, pues yo me acuerdo que decían, y la Santísima Muerte, amén, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, pero, we're not supposed to swear, but I do swear that we saw la Santísima Muerte.
Yeah.
And it le hablaba a mi daughter, le hacía así, like, ven, pero, you know, con la mano.
No, I know exactly what you're referring to because I've seen that, like, I've seen, like memes and stuff. Well, not even memes. Like, I've seen, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, it's calling you with the finger.
Yeah, but this was with a whole hand, with all the hand.
Yeah, with
the fingers.
with the bony hand.
Yes. Y tenía el cuchillo levantado, así le traía el hood de la casa, because she had a cape on.
Yeah.
A black cape. Pero cuando abríamos el Venetian blind, era el árbol. Y el branch estaba moviéndose con el aire, porque estaba windy.
Yeah.
Pero cuando la cerrabas, era la Santísima Muerte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely scary. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Definitely, I'm sorry. I know you've told me about your daughter once or twice, but yeah, it's definitely scary to hear about that. You know.
Yes. Okay. Well, I have like 2 or 3 more scary stories, but I'll share them with you all. Like next week and whenever else you run another show.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna run. We're gonna do. We'll probably do 2 more because next week on the 24th is on Sunday, and I'll probably do a Saturday edition because Halloween's on Sunday. So we'll do one next week and then on Saturday. So instead of the Sunday edition, we'll do it on Saturday because on Saturday, yeah. So we definitely want to have as many people call in. So of course we want to hear more of your stories.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, Delia. Well, thank you very much for telling us your story.
I'll tell you all about the ghost my niece and I saw at my niece's house, Ophelia Pinter's.
Okay.
One of my other nieces and I, we saw a ghost at Ophelia Pinter's house.
Okay.
When she invited us to go watch a football game over there.
Yeah.
And we saw it together. So it wasn't like I was the only one that saw it or she was the only one that saw it. But I'll tell you all about it next time.
Okay. Está bueno. Pues, Delia, thank you very much. And, like I said, thank you for sharing your story about your daughter. And actually, my wife's on here, and she says, okay, your daughter's your guardian angel, and she's watching over you.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Delia, thank you very much. You have a good one. Then take care, and don't go anywhere.
All right. No, I won't. I'm coming back.
Okay, está bueno.
Bye.
Okay, guys, that was... Oh, the call died. Hold on. So, guys, that was Delia Rodriguez. Y'all know who she is. She's one of our longtime followers. Well, she wasn't always a follower, but she did become one of our followers and supporters. So, give me 1 second, guys. I do want to have more people call in. Give me 1 second so I could get this up and running. My phone call died. Hold on. Oh, no service. Give me 1 second. Okay, hold on. Let me try again. Why is it not ringing? Uh-oh, guys. I'm not sure what happened. It's not ringing. Okay, let me sign out really quick. Give me 1 second. the thing is, I probably forgot my password already from this. Hold on. Oh, yep, it's the internet. Okay, so there was a guy on here. His name was Tumbleweed. So while I'm fixing my technical issue, where is Tumbleweed? So Tumbleweed, message me your number on Facebook. But yeah, this took a dump. I'm not sure what happened. It's not even signing out. So hold on, guys. Let me see if this works. Man, this sucks. Where's Tumbleweed? Okay, I think I got it. Hold on. Okay, guys. We're back online. Please give me a call to my number, 956-579-7022. Lines are open, 956-579-7022. Give me a call to my number. And, oh, Tumbleweed took off. Okay, guys, lines are open, 956-579-7022. Oh, by the way, guys, Leti Cantu had messaged me, and give me 1 second. Oh, okay. So we have. Oh, hold on. We got a caller. Hello, Tammy?
Hey, Frank.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. All right. Hold on.
All right.
How you doing? Guys, we have Tammy Munoz in the line.
I'm good.
I'm just getting her really quick. I'm going to steal a picture from you from your profile pictures.
Okay, that's fine.
Let me see if I can find. You don't have any profile pictures. You have your dog.
No, I have a picture of my husband and I.
Okay, I found one. I'm gonna have to crop you.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, yeah, hold on. Somehow your picture's not coming out right. That's kind of weird.
Huh.
It looks like a ghost. I swear.
I guess it's
Okay, hold on.
perfect for the occasion, I guess.
Okay, let me try again. Hold on. Let me see if I could reset. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of... Okay, I think I know it. Oh, wait. Okay, I think I got it. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, I got it. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I had some weird issues going on with... Yeah, something weird with your picture. I can't stretch it. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to do what it is. Okay, so you better have a good story because I was messing up your picture. So guys, we have Tammy Munoz on the line. Tammy, tell us Tell us what you got in mind.
Hi, everybody. So I'm a little bit of a history buff, and I absolutely love doing history tours and ghost tours all over Brownsville. And actually, every time I travel, I do ghost tours and history tours when I travel. But this was about Brownsville. So when I was a little girl, there were some neighbors that lived across the street from us, and one of their teenage daughters used to babysit me. And that house was known to be haunted. And so the way the story went was that there was a woman who was pregnant, and she ended up getting into an argument with her husband and kicked him out. And when the husband came back to pick up his clothes, she came outside with his clothes, and he shot her dead, and her baby died instantly. And so she was filled with such rage and anger that over the years, she actually used to torment and torture the woman that lived in the house. And every so many years, the family used to have to bring priests in from Mexico City to bless the house when the ghost would go crazy, because she would have the windows go up and down, and she would lock the owner in the bathroom, and she would scratch her up. And
You said scratch?
She would scratch her. She would physically scratch her, so it was like an entity. So it wasn't just poltergeist activity, but it was actually an entity, and she would actually scratch only the female, only the lady of the house. And I think it was because she was jealous. And all the activity only happened in the back portion of the house, and they had actually renovated the whole house to try to see if maybe they had bones that were within the walls, and they could never find anything. And so the neighbor was the one who ended up telling us that what had happened, and that it was a long, long time ago, and that it was this pregnant woman, and he had actually seen this apparition of the ghost many times just walking on the back side of the yard.
What did it look like?
So she was pregnant. It was just a ghost, and he said you could see right through her. Now, when I was about 4 years old, I remember being babysat, and the teenage daughter, Rosie, actually put me to sleep in the back bedroom where the boys had their bunk beds. And the old bunk beds didn't have like the boards that they have now, where you can, the mattress. So you could kind of see when somebody would lay on top. And so I was laying down on the bottom bunk, and I actually felt something climb to the top bunk and then sink down like if something had been laying on it. And so I kind of got a little...
So you were on the bottom?
I was in the bottom bunk, yeah. So I got scared, and I turned around to the side, and on the dresser in front of the mirror, I could see something moving, like the colognes and the little trinkets that were on the top of the dresser. So I wasn't like freaked out, really, really scared, but I obviously saw something. So it was kind of neat to see and know that there was a ghost, although she was calm around me, fortunately. But that was the first ghost experience that I saw when I was a little girl. So, and she never went away, actually. Even to this day, the owners tell me that they still experience her still. So it was kind of neat to experience that as a little girl.
Yeah, it's scary. Well, it's funny. Gael has a bunk bed that he sleeps in. He hasn't told me anything scary yet. Because I don't know what I would do. It's like, Dad, I've been sleeping alone, and I hear stuff move. Because actually this house that I live in, you've been to my house, so it's an old so it's an old house, and people that live so my mom used to live here for a while, and then my aunt also lived here for a while. My cousins have lived here for a while, and they all swear they've seen things. But me personally, I haven't seen anything.
I kind of feel that you have to be somewhat open to it to kind of experience things. My husband's a complete skeptic, and so he's not a real believer. But I actually used to work in a hospice home a few years ago, and I had a couple of experiences there. I had patients that right before they were going to die, they would see loved ones. And so we always knew that that was going to be a sign that the time was coming close, and it would give us a chance to start to kind of tell their loved ones, like it's coming close. They're already starting to see loved ones. And I used to go into their rooms, and they would say, oh, you know, my sister just went to the bathroom. She'll be right back. I want to introduce you. And I knew that I was completely alone in the house with them. And so, and then there was the flip side of that when I had some patients that they kind of were not good people in life. And some of them would scream that they would see demons. And so as a healthcare professional, we would have to just kind of go along with it. So you couldn't really tell them no. So many times would go into the patient room and tell the demons to leave and to get out. And it was really freaky because you would see that flip side where, you know, people would see that the loved ones, and then they would see the total opposite of that. So, and you would know that kind of their background from what the stories the family would tell you about how these people were. And there were times, sometimes one time in particular, I was counting chest compressions on one of my patients, and he was the only one there at the time. I only had that one patient that evening, and he was a really light sleeper. So I walked into the room really quietly, and it was probably about 10:30 in the evening, so I had already locked up the whole facility. And I was counting his chest compressions, and no joke, I felt footsteps walking behind me, towards me. And the hairs stood up on the back of my neck, and because I knew I was by myself. So I just took some deep breaths, and I said, okay, it's going to be okay. And because it was a hospice home, there were many people who had already passed away there. About 30 minutes later, I was wrapping things up and getting ready for the next nurse to come in. And I went into one of the bathrooms, and I was about to turn off the light. And about a foot before I actually touched the light switch came down on its own. And I was like, okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm so ready to go home now because it completely turned off by itself. It wasn't just that the light turned off above me. The whole switch came down before I even touched it. So, yeah, that was definitely a few experiences that I had there at the hospice facility for sure.
I've heard a lot of actually. My wife's gonna get mad because I talk about it, but okay, I'll keep it short so she don't get. Okay, I had a ex girlfriend that worked at a nursing home, and she would tell me all these things that she would like hear all the time at night because she worked in the graveyard shift. And you know, she'd be doing her write up. She would tell me like you know like a checklist of things that people do at night, and she would hear all these things at night, and then she would look in the hallway, and you know, and there's, you know, she would look down the hallway, and you know, she hears sounds of doors opening, but you know, these are older people, and they're not able to really move.
Right. Well, the old Valley Regional as well. When I worked there.
Oh yeah. The one on the Ruben Torres, right?
Yep, that one. The old morgue, of course, was a lot colder than the other areas of the hospital. But every time I walked in there, it was a very heavy feeling walking into the morgue section of the hospital. And it was very eerie. And usually the night people are the ones that experience the most things, because during the day there's just always so much going on. that it's at night when you can actually hear the spirits. And even at the university, the local university, the night people that clean, they tell us that they listen to headphones and they listen to music, or they'll sing to themselves when they're cleaning and doing their work, because that's when they hear the hooves of the old cavalry horses, you know, trotting around campus. And I've actually been in one of the research labs where all of a sudden the doors will start to move on their own and kind of shake, like if somebody's trying to get in and nobody's outside the glass door. So, yeah, it's really interesting to experience some of these sightings, and especially in the older parts of town, or where there's been obviously a lot of death. So, and the university part, there was the yellow fever that happened at the turn of the century. So the old hospital was there at Gorgas, and there was a lot of soldiers and people who died there around that area. But I'm sure you've probably spoken about some of these folklore and some of the stories.
I actually haven't. I definitely have heard a lot of those stories of the University of Texas, because it used to be Fort Brown, and there was a battle there, and of course a lot of back in the Civil War, a lot of people they died.
So during the Civil War, of course, Fort Brown, and there was that the war was fought in this area. My grandfather used to be a maintenance person there at Fort Brown Hotel, and that island part of where the Fort Brown Hotel was used to be a cemetery where they buried a lot of the soldiers there. And I don't know if a lot of people knew that, but my grandfather would tell me that when there were any big hurricanes, that sometimes the old bodies would wash up from the ground underneath. And so there's a really cool, and I'll try to look for the postcard, but my grandfather's actually featured in a postcard for the Fort Brown Hotel, and he's actually wearing some scuba gear. And he said it's such a beautiful picture, but he was actually fishing for bodies in the Resaca there. So it's actually a pretty morbid, real, true reason of why he was actually in the Resaca at that time. So there's a lot going on there for sure. I've had in one of the old buildings, I was doing some research early one morning, and it was during Christmas break. And before I was going to start my experiment, I was having some breakfast in the little lounge there, and because it was Christmas break, there was nobody in the parking lot. So I had locked the doors behind me, and so I was washing my bowl, and I heard a woman behind me say, "Good morning." And so I said, "Good morning." And then it dawned on me, wait a minute, I'm by myself. So I turned around and I looked, and nobody was there. And I thought, okay, it didn't sound like the secretary. Maybe she forgot something. So I walk out in the hallway and I say, "Norma." Nobody says anything. So I walk down the hall and I'm like, "Norma." And again, nobody says anything. And I checked the whole building. Everything is still locked. And I remember I called my mom and I said, "Well, I just had my first ghost experience on campus." And she said, "Well, what happened?" I explained to her, and she said, "Well, at least she was a friendly ghost." And I said, "Yeah." So I've had students tell me stories. It's, that there's a lot of things that have happened. I haven't had any bad experiences, fortunately. I don't know what I'd do if I did have a bad experience, but so far everything that I've seen has been good. I think the closest to a scary experience for me, I think, was in Spring, Texas, when my husband and I did an EVP with a ghost tour a couple of years ago. And when we listened back on the recording, we heard a woman scream. And that really freaked us out because she sounded like she was being tortured, and it was really, that was scary. But other than that, I think most of my experiences have been pretty good. And I don't know, were you able to see that picture that I sent you when I sent you that PowerPoint? Were you able to make out that ghost photo that I sent you?
I haven't seen it. I don't know where you sent it to me. Um,
I, I sent it to you on, it was a PowerPoint, and there's I think it's like the third or fourth picture on there from one of the ghost tours that we did here in Brownsville at the Old City Cemetery. And there's a silhouette of a woman, and she looks like she's kind of dressed with like a Southern Belle type dress. And she's all in black, but her neck and her face is glowing. And she's staring right at our camera, well, right at my camera. So, and then there's more pictures on there where it shows like orbs and stuff around all over. So there's like a mist in some of my pictures too. And I was using a digital camera, so I have no idea where the mist came from. It was a completely clear, beautiful night. I could see the stars. So, yeah, some of the pictures on there were pretty eerie.
yeah. Well,
I'll have to resend it.
yeah, send me that file because I may have missed it. So definitely send it, and we'll talk about it next
All
time.
right, Frank. Well, I'll let somebody else call in. I just wanted to give you a few of my my experiences. So I hope you all have a good night.
Some people don't want to sleep no more.
Well, that's the point, right? I mean, everybody likes to be scared.
And I gotta work tomorrow.
Well, that's the whole point of doing this. I love the adrenaline rush of being scared. I always loved ghost stories, and my dad has told me a lot of stories from his childhood and things that happened to his sister and whatnot. So yeah, maybe we'll call back next week and we'll give a couple more stories.
Okay, sounds good, Tammy. Thank you for giving us a call, and you have a good night.
You too. Bye, everybody.
All right, guys. So that was Tammy Munoz, one of our followers from Brownsville. By the way, guys, I wanted to share with you a picture. Actually, this is the house that was shared. Well, this is the house that was talked about Liz Cantu when she called in. So, like, just looking at the house, guys, just check out the house. Looking at the house is definitely, it's scary. Just look at this damn thing. Give me 1 second. Just look at this damn house. Like, imagine, you know, you're staying here overnight, and there's no, like, back in the day there was no internet, right? There was no internet, and it looks like it's probably not near other houses. It's probably, a lot of open land. And this is the house that Liz mentioned that she heard things, and that her sister was able to see some ghosts and stuff move the table. This is pretty scary stuff. Anyway, guys, we want to hear some more stories, so I need to get some more callers. So give me a call, guys. The lines are open. 956-579-7022. So give me a call, guys. 956-579. The lines are open, guys. I can probably take one or two more callers. Give me a call really quick. 956-579-7022. So the lines are open, guys. Tell me a scary encounter that you may have had, something that you remember, and because we want to sleep with I'm gonna go to Gael's bed, and I'm gonna be Gael. I'm gonna jump in your bunk bed. I'm gonna sleep with you. Oh wait, I'm gonna tell hey Gael, you know what? I'm gonna have to carry him and put him in my bed because I'm not sleeping in no bunk bed today. But guys, give me a call. 956-579-7022. I think we can get one or two more callers in. Tell me your scary stories. 956-579-7022. Give me a call, guys. Don't be shy. Tell me your scary encounter. I want to hear more scary stories. 956-579-7022. So give me a call, guys. 956-579-7022. Lines are open, guys. Like I said, I got 1 or 2 more callers that can make it today, that can make it tonight, and we can finish our session. But we definitely got to do this again for sure. So if we don't have no more callers, I'll go ahead and end it. But let me see, guys. Give me a call. Let's end tonight with a banger. I want to listen to something so scary that literally I'm just gonna stay in the computer and not go to sleep until my wife gets back. Give me a call, guys. 956-579-7022. Actually, somebody messaged me. I want to share this with y'all. So while waiting this call, let me share this with y'all really quick. This is a video that was sent to me by one of our followers. She's like, Frank, I want to show you something. Please play it. It says, can you post this? It says it was in Pasadena, my prima's house. It was at 1:05. It's a short video, so I'm gonna play this for y'all. Dude, I'm getting fucking chills already. Anyway, let me play this. This is one of our followers, Candice Pena. Let me play this, y'all. This is like literally, guys. Just look at this fucking video. I'm fucking scared already. I'm getting goosebumps. Anyway, let me play this video, guys. She says you can hear like steps and stuff. Anyway, literally, I'm gonna play this, y'all. Check right here, guys. Check right here. I had to rewind it. Guys, I don't know. Did you guys see that? No, I'm not talking about orbs, guys. Guys, al Chile, I'm not talking about orbs. There's a fucking ghost on this fucking video. Al Chile, guys. There's a fucking ghost in this fucking video. And I don't know if you guys, I know you guys can see it. Let me see if I could fix this screen. But there's a fucking ghost in this fucking video. Al Chile, guys. I'm not joking. Guys, it was a fucking ghost. I'm gonna play it again, but it's fucking scary as fuck. Look right here, guys. You can literally see. Look. I'm gonna pause it, guys. Do me a favor. If you're watching like this, please hit the full screen button so that so you can see the whole video, like in full screen, because you have to look at this right here. There's a fucking ghost or something that's unexplainable in the video. Check this fucking ghost out. Like, I have to replay it. This is fucking scary as fuck. Al Chile. And like I said, guys, I'm not talking about orbs. I know you see like orbs like right here, but there's something that comes out right here. It goes like it exits this door, and it goes right there. Look right here, guys. Look right here. Look. Oh, right here. Look. A la verga, güey. And you can hear the footsteps too. Guys, that's fucking scary as fuck. Al Chile. Okay, guys. Give me one last call. That was pretty scary. That was by Candice Peña. That was one of our followers that wanted to share that video. She's like, Frank, can you share this video? She says, can you post this? This happened in my prima's house in Pasadena. And I was like, I didn't think much of it when she was telling me. But it was scary as fuck. So guys, please give me a call. I could take one more call. Guys, that oh, just me says Frank. That could be someone with a sheet. You know, obviously, I mean, it could be. I mean, we don't know. But Candace gets to give us a call. It says, Frank, I sent you some pictures of... But guys, give me a call, guys, really quick. 956-579-7022. Like I said, I got room for one more caller. Give me a call, guys. 956-579-7022. Like I said, the line's open. We got one more call that we can probably take before we call it a night. But yeah, that was pretty scary. Thank you very much, Candace, for sharing your I think... Oh, we got somebody that's calling. Hold on. Hello?
Frank.
Is this Leti Cantu?
It sure is.
Okay. I recognize your name. Okay, give me 1 second. Hold on.
Okay.
And this story is going to be real scary, huh?
Well, no, not really, but kind of, guys. Well,
¿Cómo que not really?
I said not really, but it's going to have to be my sisters.
Okay, espérame.
Okay.
Okay, because this is kind of acting weird. I hear footsteps in the background.
Yes, it's me.
Okay, because I'm already scared as it is already.
Wait, because it didn't happen to me, but...
Okay, hold on. Okay, guys, so I have Leti Cantu. She's if you guys guessed it, this is the sister of Liz Cantu. Leti, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
Loud and clear? Good.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. I'm going to add to my sister's story.
Okay.
And it's the same sister, Rosie, the one that passed away in 2014.
Okay.
Okay. And just to clarify, sister, the shadow we saw, it was with me at Rosie's house.
So you saw the shadow.
Yeah, it was me and my sister Liz, and we saw the shadow at my sister Rosie's house. We were actually in the living room.
And that was where...
And we saw the shadow go...
But that was in Ohio?
No. I think, I don't even remember Ohio. I think I was like, I don't know if I was like 1 or 2 years old. I was literally a baby. I was small. But at my sister Rosie's house, we were in the living room, and this is over here in Harlingen. On Jim House Road.
So the house that you share with me, that's not the house that you're talking about.
Say that again?
Okay, so the picture that you share with me, this is not the same house. This is a different house.
That house is in Ohio. When they were in Ohio, I was literally a baby. I don't know if I was a baby. I might have been 1 or 2 years old.
Okay.
I was really small because there's a lot of us. There's six girls and 1 boy in our family.
Okay, got it.
And I'm literally the baby. I'm the youngest one.
Okay. So this was in Harlingen. Okay, so what happened at this house in Harlingen?
See, the thing is, my sister, every house that she lived in, the ghost, she would see, wherever she's at, she would see something.
Okay.
So my sister lives in Ohio. She saw something when they were in, I don't know, Florida, I'm not sure. She lived in Lozano. Something happened there, and she saw that spirit there as well. And then she moved to Harlingen, and something happened there too. She would see an old lady.
So
she's talking everywhere.
So what happened?
So that one time when she mentioned the shadow, we were in the living room, and we were both sitting in the hallway. And at the same time, me and her, we just saw like a shadow move from one room to the next. And we both, at the same time, we both looked at each other. We looked in the hall, and we looked at each other like, okay. And in that same house, it happened to me and my sister. We were looking for a letter, and we couldn't find it. And she goes, Letty, it was right here on the table. And I had seen the letter as well. So we're looking and looking and looking. We flipped everything. We couldn't find it. Sure enough, after we gave up and sat down, we turned around. The letter was back at the table. And if I'm not mistaken, I want to say Liz, my sister, told me that it was her, my other sister, Maria, that she also followed the page. And Liz can correct me if I'm wrong. And my sister Rosie. They had gone to her house. They put the key, I want to say, on the couch.
They put a key in the couch.
They were looking. Huh?
They put a key in the couch.
Well, yeah, the keys to the car.
Oh, okay, car keys.
And yeah, the car keys. They put them on the couch, and they couldn't find them. They flipped everything, and they couldn't find them. And then out of nowhere, they reappeared.
Okay.
So, and my sister at the house, she would tell me that she would see an old lady. I don't know if maybe the lady owned that house before or something. So anyways, her mother-in-law, they were moving her trailer. So her mother-in-law moved in with her for a while. And me and my sister were very close. She would take care of my kids. So she told me one night that she couldn't find the remote. She says, Rosie, I can't find the remote. So she tells me, Letty, we moved everything out of the room. I mean, they went as far as they took out the bed, they took out the dresser drawer, they took everything completely out of the room. She says, we left the room bare. She goes, we could not find the remote anywhere. So she goes, nothing. She goes, Letty, we took everything out. She goes, so we ended up putting back, everything back in. So she says that when her mother-in-law went to bed, in the middle of the night, she just heard a thump. And when she woke up, the remote control was right there in the middle of the floor. So stuff like that would happen at her house.
Well, I wonder if stuff like that happens in my house, because I know I always blame Gael for my stuff that goes missing. I swear I put something and I can't find it, and then it just shows up like random. I don't know.
Yeah. And my sister would laugh about it because she just says, she's just playing around with me. And I'm like, okay, Rosie. So, yeah, she would just see things like that. And she was never scared, though. That's the weird thing. Like, she thought it was funny.
Yeah. No.
But,
No, pues.
so, yeah, so. That's why I said it's not really scary. It was
just an encounter, I guess. Like,
you know?
some sort of a weird encounter that, it's kind of like the ghost rat, like the story I was telling about the ghost rat. It's not really like scary, but I mean, if you think about it, it's like it's a damn phantom rat. Like where else can it go?
Right. Yeah.
But no.
So yeah, but that's it.
No, pues está bueno. Thank you very much for calling me, Letty. Sorry,
No
I was already
problem.
confusing you. No, pues está bueno. I got one more caller, so let me answer this call and we'll stick around next week for more stories.
Oh, no problem.
Okay.
Let me see. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Bye.
All right, guys. So that was Letty Cantu, the sister of Liz Cantu. So I had a caller right now. She tried calling in a few times. Let me see if I can reach out to this person really quick. Give me 1 second.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing? Who's this?
This is Mary Lou.
Mary Lou. Mary. How you doing, Mary? Have we spoke before on message or anything?
I think I posted on your page like months and months ago.
Okay.
But I've never talked to you.
You don't happen to be Joanne Herrera Huerta, are you?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I don't even know. I live in Arizona, you can see.
Oh, okay. Who's Ann Huerta?
That's my middle name.
Oh, okay.
Mary Lou Ann Huerta.
Okay, all right. So, I don't think I've seen your name. So, I guess we won't. Let me just put your name on here. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, what's your name? You said Mary Lou?
Yes.
What's your last name?
Mary Lou Ann Huerta.
Mary Lou Ann Huerta. Okay. So Mary, tell me a scary experience or a close encounter that you've had.
Okay, well, we used to live like on the southern tip of Arizona, right near Agua Prieta.
Okay.
And we lived in a house on 13th Street. It was a 2-story house, very old, maybe 100 years old at that time, and that was 50 years ago. Very, very old house. And my mother-in-law, my mom and my mother and her mother-in-law didn't get along. My grandma was really upset that my dad married my mom. And they were married for 20 years before my mother passed away, but my grandma was known to kind of dabble in the witchcraft.
Oh.
And we ended up moving from that house. One of the maids that we had, she was pushed down the stairs. And she said she was pushed down the stairs by something. And my little brother, too, he said he felt someone pushing him down the stairs. When we were getting ready to move, my older brother went underneath, like it had like not a basement, but you know how in those days they had like a separation from the house to the floor, and there was like, because it was wooden floors, there was like a space, not really a basement. Well, he went down there and just to explore, and he found a wedding certificate, a marriage certificate, torn in half. And when we asked the owners before, they said that there was an old wives' tale that the husband had been caught cheating with one of the maids. And so anybody who was like a servant or anybody, they would, get mistreated there, either get pushed down the stairs or, they would be tripped. So we ended up, to make even a longer story shorter, we ended up moving out of the house and still stayed in Douglas, but we moved a little bit further away from that house. And that house was on 13th Street, so that's a little weird too. But so after a while, like I said, my grandma and my mom they hated each other. So the people we sold the house to, my mom went over there to visit like a couple of years later and to say hello. And
because we knew them. You know, it's a small town like Graymanville. And the owner said, you know, been wanting to talk to you. Her name was Patterson. And she said, I've been wanting to talk to you. She goes, we removed the front of the fence in this house, and we found 3 baby jars. And one of them had hair, one of them had teeth, and the other one had like pieces of meat, like, you know, like garnet.
Oh, yeah.
And so that, oh, you know what I'm saying? So then the lady said that she took it to a curandero because she thought that it was towards her. And it turned out that the curandero said it was for the lady who lived there 2 years prior to, you know, 2 or 3 years prior to her, which was my family, and that there had been witchcraft done to her. Well, you know, we all, you know, said, okay, whatever. Well, my mother ended up dying at 39. She had no teeth. She had lost all her teeth. At one point, when she was sick, she had lost all her hair. And then at another point, while she was sick, she ended up dying of cirrhosis of the liver. And at 39, and my grandmother lived on to a long older age, but she suffered a lot at the end. I mean, she suffered like really, really bad. And it turns out that one of her daughters, my grandma's daughters, came out and said that they knew about the 3 baby jars, and that my mom had followed the wrong path, whichever path that was, maybe staying married to my dad, because they were married when my mom passed away. And so all those baby jars were for her, and everything that was in there had happened to her. Like I said, she had no teeth when she passed, 39 years old, and she had lost all her hair. At one point, not at the time of death, but at one point, you know, during this time she was sick. And then, of course, that's when the alcoholism had started, and she died of cirrhosis of the liver. So that was kind of a scary story we all have to live with, I guess.
No, yeah, that's definitely, you know, like as far as witchcraft is concerned, I'm kind of like iffy. I mean, to be honest, like I do believe in paranormal stuff, so you can't really like rule anything out. You know, I don't believe a whole lot in witchcraft, but like I know I've seen and heard things. So if you have to, like, if you believe in some sort of paranormal activity, yeah, it's kind of, it kind of goes along with it. Like I've definitely have, you know.
Well, the main thing to say there is, the main thing to say there at the end of her life, she had lost her faith. And we don't know, like we lived in that house for over 10 years. We don't know at what point those little jars were placed there. And, but she had, towards the end, she had lasted all these years. And, you know, I believe she lost her faith, and, you know, it just gave an open doorway to, you know, when you believe in God, you know you're going to be okay. And since she had lost her faith, I believe that's when this evilness seeped in, because it was a rough, like I said, she was 39. It was a rough last 5 years of her life, you know. So that's just the tale that they say, that, you know, my parents, my dad used to say, and my other grandma used to say, that this lady who dabbled in witchcraft had done this to my mother. So I don't know. I just thought I'd share with you because a lot of people get really scared.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm gonna sleep with the light on and with some music, and I'm gonna tell Gael to sleep with me tonight.
Yeah, and keep the garlic on, keep the garlic around your neck.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I really don't believe in vampires, but as far as, you know, like paranormal activity, I've definitely, like I said,
yeah,
I've not had too many experiences, but the experiences that, like the 1 or 2 experiences, I'm not talking about the ghost rat. You know, that was just, I guess you can count that as a paranormal activity, but there's these 2 other experiences that I had actually at the same house, and you know, I could definitely, you know, I get goosebumps every time I think about it. And, you know, I know I saw something that night or nights.
Well, you know, let me tell you this other quick story.
Sure, sure.
I lost my son. He was 29 years old, and he had a brain aneurysm, and he had had high blood pressure since he was in high school. But he passed away of a brain aneurysm 3 years ago. And I'm telling you, him and I were the best buds. I mean, we were like super, super close. I have 2 other children. And I love my other children, but him and I, he was my oldest. We had a special bond. Excuse me, hold on. so anyways, he you missed your, that's the hardest thing to ever deal with. But I'm telling you, Frank, he comes to me all the time. I know he's around me. There was one time I found an earring of his, and I couldn't find the other pair, and I tore up my room. My other son came in, and we tore up the room because I wanted his other earring. And I started yelling at everybody, "Come on, help me find this!" And I was really, really upset. And then my son said, "Come on, Wedo," because he used to call him Wedo. "Come on, Wedo, help your mother find this earring. She's going crazy." And both of us looked down, and the earring was on the floor. The other earring.
Okay, wow.
So I know that ghosts exist, or they don't leave us. But I'm telling you, Frank, we tore that room up. We swept the floor 3 or 4 times. And after my son said that, "Come on, we'll help your mother find this earring. She's going crazy." Just we looked down on the floor, and there was the other pair. So.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely sorry for your loss there, Mary.
Thank you. And but there is the paranormal. Sometimes I feel like I should go and speak to someone who could maybe talk to him, but that's against my faith, so it's kind of hard, But I would love to find out, how he was feeling.
Yeah, like a medium.
Yeah.
Medium. Sorry.
Yeah, I would love to be able to do that, but it's against our faith to do that. But yet he comes to me all the time. He comes to me, and my kids have seen it. I had a pot one time, one of his favorite pots that his wife had given me, and he used to cook in it all the time, and it was on the stove, and it just started twirling by itself.
Okay.
And twirling and twirling and twirling. And until I took it off is when it stopped.
Yeah, that's scary stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure, that there's ghosts and that, he's around. I hope that he's not, passing over, that he has unfinished business here. But hope someday he's free,
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, I'm definitely sorry to hear about your loss, Mayor. Like I said, nobody knows what it's like to lose their daughter or their son until they go through it. And
it's special kind of club, I'll tell you.
Yeah, especially if you have like a real close bond, like the one that you mentioned. Like I have a good bond with Gael, and if something like that were to happen, I would be devastated. And then of course, if that were to happen, and then if there's like a ghost or something, I don't know. Like I don't really want to say what I would do, but I just want to thank you for sharing your story, and I'm definitely.
Thank you. Yeah, there's evil out there, and then there's good.
Yeah.
I believe that.
No,
okay,
for sure.
Frank,
Yeah,
well,
there's definitely a good versus evil out there for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So thank you for listening.
Hey, no problem. Right. You have a good one, Mary, and send me a message so we can talk some more later.
No problem.
Okay, you have a good one.
Okay. You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. So guys, that was Mary. I want to thank her once again for sharing her story. And that was it. We had a pretty good show, guys. That was actually a lot scarier than I thought. I didn't think we were gonna have so many people call in and share their stories. But there's definitely a lot more scary stories that we need to share. There was somebody that talked about, and this is something that's been in the talked about for some time now, like La Mano Pachona from San Benito. And, there's so many stories, guys. Honestly, I wish I could read into all of them, research all of them. But who is that guy? Says, you know me, 956, La Mano Pachona. Happened in real life. It was my stepdad's best friend. He lived next to the Resaca in San Benito. Man, you know what? There's this guy. He's going by that name. You know me, 956. I definitely have heard a lot of stories in that Resaca in San Benito. And guys, if you don't know the Resaca in San Benito, for all of the people that don't live like in the Rio Grande and don't know much about the locations, but let me pull up my Google Earth, guys. Let me share with you that Resaca. And I don't know why, guys. Just I've heard a lot of scary stories around about that Resaca. I've heard people talked about La Llorona of San Benito, which happens to be in that Resaca also. But let me share where that Resaca is, guys. So give me 1 second. So here's obviously the map of the United States, right? Here's the United States, and here's the Rio Grande Republic. A lot of people may not even know where our area is, but anyway, here's the Rio Grande Republic. It's the border. The south. It's actually as far south in Texas as you can get. And San Benito happens to be halfway between Brownsville, which is right here, and then Harlem. So it's right here, San Benito. So there's a major Resaca right here. Let me see if I can find that Resaca, but it happens to be. Let's see if I could find that Resaca. Anyway, guys, so here's the Resaca of San Benito, guys. It's this column. It's almost like a little river, but it's actually most of these are man-made for irrigation and stuff. But this is one of the main Resacas in San Benito, and I've heard so many stories there, guys, about ghosts and even sightings of La Llorona, and but I definitely want to hear this Mano Pachona. I've heard this story, and it's like a folklore. I've heard of it, but guys, that Mano Pachona, like, I've heard it so many times out of San Benito. So that's definitely something. I'm gonna ask this guy, whoever this 956 person is. So I want you to call in next week, guys. We need to hear that story of La Mano Pachona. Just look at this. Like, imagine that, guys. That's fucking scary as fuck, guys. Al Chile. Just imagine, like, you're sleeping and you hear and you just feel this damn thing, like this hairy hand touch your back or your neck. You fucking freak out, guys. Al Chile. But there's more scary stories, guys, and I want to thank everybody that called in today. We had a very good audience, and guys, I know a lot of people were scared. There's a lot of scary people out there, guys. So, guys, before you end the live today, please give me a thumbs up, guys. We need to have more people call in next week, and we're gonna hear some more scary stories, guys. Al Chile, I'm not even gonna sleep tonight. I'm gonna try to stay awake as much as I can. I literally, guys, Al Chile, guys. I'm gonna tell. Well, guys are already asleep. I'm gonna grab him and I'm gonna pick him up and I'm gonna put him on my bed, cause Al Chile, I'm scared. Tengo miedo en este momento. You know me, 956. Send me a message to the Facebook page. Let's try to get you on one of the calls next week for sure. We need to have this story of De La Mano Pachona, especially like since you know a first-hand account. Maybe not you, but you say your stepdad. I'm trying to read that comment that you put down here. It says La Mano Pachona is a hairy hand that tries to break into your house. The only thing is you have to open the door after it knocks. So guys, that's scary. Imagine, guys, you hear something knocking your window, something knocking at your door, and the only thing you see is this thing. That's fucking So anyway, this guy says that that this is a real life encounter because it happened to his best friend's stepdad, and he lived next to the resaca in San Benito. That's that resaca I was showing you guys. I've heard so many stories in that resaca in San Benito, but anyway, I know a lot of people. Guys, al Chile, I just saw the curtain move. I just saw the curtain move, guys. Anyway, guys, y'all have a good night. We had a very good live tonight. Definitely is scary for sure. And please give me a like, guys. This is definitely good. Like, we need to have more. We need to have more callers next week. So I want to hear a lot of stories. Trust me, guys. The ambience with the sound, and plus it's night. Like, you know, it's 11:30. So it's you know, hopefully. Anyway, y'all have a good one, guys, and we'll talk to you guys next week. And by the way, guys, if you want to become an official supporter, become an official supporter. I'm telling you guys, we have a good little group that we got going, and you know, it's nothing but good people there. You know, we don't. I know a lot of people think becoming a supporter is like, oh, Frank's probably sharing some secret stuff about La Chisca. Really, I mean, I'm not saying that there hasn't been stuff that's been posted, but in reality, guys, it's just, you know, it's just a little group that we got going. You know, we post things about ourselves, and we try to encourage and motivate ourselves, and you know, just different hobbies that we all like to do. We post our cooking stuff. And by the way, guys, the cooking show is coming back, and it's actually gonna come back on the 28th, and I'll tell you why then. Anyway, but guys, we had a good show, and I hope y'all guys say your prayers tonight, guys. Oh, really quick, Candace Pena wants me to share a picture. Let me see if I can share this picture. Remember that that girl I told you about from that video I played? She says, Frank, before you go, please share this picture. So I'm gonna share the picture, guys. So I guess while looking, there's this sorry guys. So while sharing the video, there was another night, and there's orbs right here. Look, you can see the orbs, a blue orb in it. I'm getting fucking goosebumps. Fuck. And I'm supposed to be sleeping right now. Anyway, she wanted me to share this. She wanted me to share. She wanted me to share this right now. So anyway, that's for another video. So she says she has some more videos, guys, and she's gonna share with me. So Candace, if you're watching, Candace, give me a call next week. Give me a call next week, and we need you to tell us what's going on at this house. We want to know, because I'm definitely curious. So tell me about this house. I'm definitely curious about what's going on at this house. But anyway, well, guys, I'm calling it a night. It's been awesome talking to y'all. Please give me a thumbs up. All right, become an official supporter. We want somebody to become an official supporter today. So guys, become an official supporter. Click on the link that I have there, the link for the website. Go to the website, nomorchisme.com. Click on the support, become an official supporter, and then once you become an official supporter, message me, and we'll get you in the group. So anyway, guys, shout out to Abel Villanueva, el Carapalo de Facebook. Shout out to Marta Linian. Shout out to let me see, Helen Holty. Shout out to Vicky Bejarano. Shout out to, let's see. Shout out to Zen, favorite Zen. She's out of Facebook jail. Anyway, so yeah, have a good night, guys. Like I said, become an official supporter, and we'll talk to you guys soon. And have a good night, guys. Guys, I don't want to go to sleep. I wish I could I could stay all night just talking to y'all, but I gotta go to sleep. But anyway, I'm gonna sleep with one eye open. Talk to you guys later.